So, hello everyone. My name is Harsh Gupta, and this is a project that I've built recently. It's called Budgetwise. What is Budgetwise? Budgetwise is a self-finance management system. It allows us, that means the users, to keep track of our transactions, allow categories to be built into our transaction database, and sort our transactions and keep a record of it so that we know how much we are spending, how much is our expense, how much is our savings and all. And it's very helpful. So if I were to read a description, it would be it's designed and implemented as a personal finance management system that helps users track their income, expenses, and savings goals. And it helps us to categorize them under different types of categories and allows us to add, view, and update the financial transactions. So first, let's go. The tech stack that I've used here is Merge stack. For the front end, I've used React. For the back end, I've used Node, and to create the server, I've used Express. The database that I've used is MongoDB. So here is my MongoDB Atlas, and this is the database that we will be using, budgetwise underscore DB. And it has three models: users, transactions, and categories. Um, so as we know, the first user has already been registered and his details are already stored in the database. So these are his details, and if you go through the user interface, we can see if we don't have an account, we can register, but for the time being, we already have made an account. So let's log in. Okay, so now we see the user and his dashboard. So here we have various options. First of all is by default we see the transaction history that the user has probably done in the past. So for this, the table that stores all this transaction history data is the transactions model. So here are these fields. Sorry, yeah. So here are its fields. So as you see, there are two transactions shown. So there is two transactions saved here. Um, so let's understand this dashboard first. So this transaction history shows us the total earnings, total expenses, and total savings. What are these? These are the variables or states that help the user keep understand of how much money is he debt and how much money is he saving. So as we see, the user had made a transaction of 500 rupees at a lunch at office and paid. The transaction type paid means that he is paying someone, and received here means he is receiving from someone. So this decreases the savings and this increases the savings. Or in short, the total earnings are what the user receives. The total expenses are what the user pays, and the total savings are the earnings minus expenses. How much is he saving? So as we can see from this that the user earned 350 by someone who had taken a loan from him earlier and gave it back. So the user gained 350, but he spent 500. So the user is in 150 debt. Okay. So let's see what happens if I edit it. Also, this option allows us to edit the field. So let's say I make it 650 and save it. So the total savings, now the user has savings in increment in plus. Now if I want to, and coming back to the lower part, these are the categories under which the transaction is being categorized. So we can add our own category. Currently there are food, entertainment, and loan. Let's say I want to add a category petrol. Okay, so the category petrol has been added. Now let's say I want to add a transaction. So from here we can switch to adding a transaction. This is very comfortable for the user as it is very user friendly. Let's say I have an amount of 900 or just to be 1000. Date I made it yesterday. Category petrol. I paid and refueled my car. So this is a transaction that I made yesterday. So let's see, add transaction. Okay, so this transaction has been added in my database. Now the earnings are 650. Expenses are 1500 because we spent 1000 also. So we are in 850 debt. So this is a very useful kind of useful dashboard that helps us understand how much money are we debt and how much should we get. And since we added one transaction, this transaction gets saved in a transactions model inside the budget DB database. Let's see our categories, deloading. Yeah, so we have four categories here, four categories here. And this is the code base that I've written all by myself. This is my folder and I'm using VS Code as the ID. So let's say I want to delete let's delete this. So this has been deleted. Now this should have been deleted from this model as well. Let's see. Yes, the transaction that we deleted from the user interface got deleted from the database as well. So everything is working. Uh, Maybe let's try deleting a category. Mm, let's delete this. So this is also deleted. Now we have three categories left. So this is a very useful feature, useful dashboard for any person who wants to self-manage his transactions and get an idea how much is he spending and everything. So I've almost done this task. There's only two things left in the task for me to do. One was to create a savings goal database and basically track the progress of user to his goal that he has set by the end of month, and then visualize that in pie charts and graphs. So I was almost able to do this part, but I was facing several errors and the due date for this assignment to be submitted was very close, so I had to submit it. But I've already submitted the assignment, but I'll try to keep working on it. I'll probably be able to do this in 2.5 or 3 days at max. Other than that, there is one slight thing that I need to add as well, that is responsiveness. So I have all 80 to 85% per 80 to 85% I've done the task, and I hope I was capable enough. Just I'll log out and thank you.